Jesus loves little children, all the children of the world. Every color, every race, all are covered by His grace. Jesus loves little children of the world. Hi, how are you? It's good to see my friends this morning. I have a little book I want to read for you. In fact, this book, it's a book of poems, and it was, I don't see her here today, Miss Marilyn Swanson wrote this book. And in fact, if any grown-ups are interested in this book of poems, I know she has some available. But I want to read for you one of the poems that's in here. And normally, I usually almost always do my children's lesson, and it kind of goes along with what Pastor Robert is talking about, and then we go upstairs and we talk about what they're talking about down there. But today's a little bit different. We're going to talk a little bit about something different than what they're going to talk about. But I want to read this poem for you. It's called Robin's News. And it says, "Good morning, Robin. Did you come to tell me spring was here? I already know, you see. The pussy willow mentioned it to me. And yesterday, down by the creek, skunk cabbage pushed its head up right beside my feet. But thank you, Robin, just the same. I love your spring song. I'm very glad you came." And this whole book is filled with poems just like that. And Miss Swanson had given me this book, and I got to thinking about, oh my goodness, we are so fortunate that we go to a church that's full of people of all ages, right? We have people like Miss Swanson, who is so wise, and she can teach us so many things. And we have people like Mr. Dick, who is so wise, and he has lived life, and he has seen things and done things, and he has so much wisdom to share with us. And I look around and I see Miss Tennant, and she has like amazing things to share with us. And we are so lucky to have a church where there's so much wisdom. Do you guys know the difference between being wise and being smart? That's a hard one. Does anyone know the difference between being wise and being smart? Anyone have any guesses on what that might be? Any guesses? Can you think about what the difference might be? I think you're smart and wise right now. 100%. Yeah, smart is knowing stuff, right? It's knowing how to fix a car. It's knowing, like, do you know how to fix a car, Nathan? No. But being smart is knowing how to fix a car. Being wise is knowing that this car, it just cost us way too much money to fix it. So let's move on. Being wise is having past experience and knowing that something, maybe following the rules on some things, isn't always the smartest thing to do. It's smart to not run around a pool, but what if somebody is hurt in the pool and you have to run? Is that a time to break a rule and to be wise and use our experience to know there's times to break the rules and times not to break the rules? So, in fact, there's a whole book in the Bible called Proverbs, and that's what we're going to talk about upstairs today. We don't talk about that book of the Bible very often. In fact, is Proverbs in the lectionary at all? Do you do it very often? Sometimes you have Proverbs, but we don't talk about it a lot, do we? The book of Proverbs. So that's what we're going to talk about. It's a book about wisdom. And in fact, it wasn't written for us. It was mostly written for Israelite boys, probably wealthy boys that were learning how to run a kingdom. But you know what? We can learn a lot of things from the book of Proverbs. And that's what we're going to study upstairs. We're going to study wisdom and what it means to be wise and when it is to follow rules and sometimes when it's best to not follow rules, which is the very favorite part you guys like, is not following rules. Is that true? Sometimes it's true. So we're going to go upstairs. We're going to talk a little bit about wisdom, smarts, and the book of Proverbs. Are you guys ready? Let's go.